millimeter.ipt file. So immediately you do that, you have this page, and it is called part 2 by default. Why part 2? Because I've created part 1. When I click on this thing, that will directly create a part. It's not going to give you chance to select whether it is a part or an assembly, because all of them are listed there. This is a part, this is assembly, this is a drawing, this is presentation. So it has created part 1 and I close it. So it's I will delete that later. So let's click on the status bar here and click on part 2. Okay, so this one we have a blank page. If you are using 2013 or 2010 version, you may have some planes shown here. Then I'm going to work with this view cube and click on this home. So that will give me the isometric view of how my machine will be oriented. You can see that here we have the right view, we have the bottom view, which I don't want. If I go back to the machine, this is my front view. My front view is facing my right side. So I'll go back. Then on my right side here, I'll click on this face. Then I'll come here. I will say set view as front. So you see that it has changed to front. So that is my rear front, and this is my left, and this is my top right here. So that is setting the front view appropriately so that it corresponds with your drawing. I hope you understand that. Then after you've done that, then you need to work on a plane. So it's not compulsory you start drawing on the front view. You can begin your drawing on the left view, but it's compulsory that you use this view cube to orient, to show how your drawing is going to be oriented. You can decide to make this left. You can turn it to your front if you want, and you can turn it like this. You can decide to make this one to be your isometric view so that your front will be on this side. All you need to do is to come here and say set current view as home by fixed distance. So if you set it, if you click on this home, as from now, this will be your front will be facing this side. But I don't want that, so I'm going to rotate this thing again. I want my front to be on this side. So I'll come here, I will say set current view as home by fixed distance. So that will be orientation of my front view. Okay, now let's go back to the sketch. So this is our front that we want to draw. So I'm going to create a plane facing that side by coming to origin on the model browser. Come to the origin folder, expand origin folder, and select a plane facing that side exactly. You can see that this YZ plane is facing my front view side. If you click XZ, it's facing the left side, where your XY is the top view, is aligning with the top view. So I'm going to draw on the YZ plane. I will right click on it right here and turn it to be visible. I will make it visible. So it's visible right there. Now at this point, I want to take out my mouse and connect my mouse with my system. Like I told you, it's faster for me to work with a USB mouse. So I would recommend that you get a very good mouse to work with. Get a very good mouse. It's going to make your work faster. You can easily zoom. Okay, you can hear the sound. So that is me plugging my mouse. So now I can zoom by, you see what I'm doing right now, I'm rotating the scroll button on my mouse. That is for zooming. If I press the scroll button down, I can move, I can pan. You can see that the mouse is changing to something like a hand. Or you can do it, this navigation bar, we do the same thing. If you click on it here and press the left button on your keyboard, on your mouse, you can also pan. Then you can zoom right here. If you expand this, you can zoom. So you can zoom, and so on and so forth. Alright, so we want to draw on this plane. And how do I do that? I will click on sketch, start sketch, 2D sketch. Now there are two things here. We have a 3D sketch, we have 2D sketch. So I would like you to select 2D sketch. Immediately you select 2D sketch, you see a paper and a pencil attached to your mouse. So you click on this plane. And when you click on it, it's going to orient it with the front, with the view in which your plane is aligning with. But I still want the orientation to be in isometry, so I will click on this home right here. So it's in isometric view now. So but I'm still working on my front view, and you can see the axis aligned with that plane, and this is the origin of the axis. It's yellow there. That we have a yellow point right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this face, and this is the face. So right now I'm going to draw this line. The line there is 60. The line here is 60 by looking at the front view together. So I will draw a line. From here to here. I align it. You can see the 0 degree coming up. You can see some constraint symbol. I talked about constraint in the last video. You can see the horizontal constraint appearing. That is the red thing there. Then you can see the dimension box appear. There are three things appearing: the constraint line, the dimension box, and the angular constraint. That's 0 degree there. So immediately you have that, you type the length. That's 60. Type it. That's 60. And press enter. Alright, then you press escape button. Okay, you can move this dimension figure up by clicking on it. Now I want this line, I want the middle point of this line to align with the origin of my axis so that my drawing can be symmetrical. This is what we are saying. I want the drawing, the middle here, to be aligned with the axis. So what I'm going to do is I'll come to the constraint. Then I'm going to click on this horizontal constraint. Click on it. I will select the midpoint. The midpoint will be highlighted in green dot there. Click on the green. Then come to the origin. Then click on it. They will be aligned together horizontally. Then you go to vertical constraint. So I did that in case your line is not properly aligned with the axis. Then you come to the vertical constraint, you click on the midpoint again, the midpoint here, then you click on the axis here. You can see that the thing is jumped, the drawing is moved, and it is aligned with the origin by using the vertical constraint. So let me undo it again. Okay, I first of all start with horizontal constraint, pick the midpoint here, then align it with the axis, so they are on the same horizontal line. Then the vertical constraint, you pick the midpoint, the middle of your line again, click on the origin. You can see that it's moved to align with it vertically. Then let's continue. Then coming here, I need to draw the remaining part. We have 20 there. Then this one goes inside. It goes inside by 15. You can see the dimension is 15. So what I'm going to do right there, I will draw this 20, 15, then 60, come out 15, 10, and continue like that. So this is what we are saying. You click on line 2, you come here, you align your line, 90 degrees appearing, that means perpendicular. You can see the vertical constraint appearing too. So that's 20. Type 20, press enter, then move inside to the left hand side. You can see the perpendicular constraint appearing too. It's appearing. I have 90 degrees. Once I'm satisfied with those constraints and the appropriate angle, I will type the distance 15. Press enter, then go down. That will be 60. So then go down. You see the perpendicular constraint appearing and the angle 90 appearing. Type 60. Press enter. Then what do I do next? I'll come out by 15 again. Move back to the right hand side and type 15. Press enter. Then go down. Check the distance. Going at that's 10. I have 10 right there. Then align it properly. So it's an easy thing to do. 10. Press enter. Then align this one to draw the bottom right there. That is the distance here. Look at the mouse. The distance here is also 60. So the perpendicular constraint is appearing. My angle is 89.21, but I want it to be 90. So I will align it properly. Good, it's aligned now. That will be 60. Press enter. Then move up. I'm moving up right here by 15, going by 15, move up by 60, come out by 15. Please don't make mistake. Here is 10, but this one is 15 right there. So move up by 15. And go in by 15. Now I want to say that if you don't align your line properly, don't worry, you can still do that. Let me do something deliberately here. Let me just draw something like this and press escape as if I'm done. Now this line is not straight and it's not even giving dimension. In fact, you can draw the whole thing roughly. You can draw the whole thing roughly, go roughly, come out like this. That is the beauty of the software. They come like this. Okay, this is what I want to draw. Then I can begin to use constraints to align them. I just draw something like a rough sketch here, just to show you that it's not a law that you'll be aligning your line, do this, do that. No. Okay, let me start with this. I want this to be straight. All I need to do is to make sure that this line is perpendicular to this line. I'll click on perpendicular constraint. Then click on this. Click on this. So that is done. You can see that the line is aligned. Then I'll click on dimension. Because I didn't dimension it, click here. It's 56.862, but I want it to be 60. Then press enter. You see that it's 60. So the same thing can be done here. You can try to make this horizontal. It's not horizontal. So you click on the line. Now before you start, you can escape button is always right there, because to exit a former command to start a new command. You click on this line, then you click on horizontal. You see that it's aligned horizontally, and it's also constraining others because they are joined together in a way. Then you can use dimension constraint to make it 60. Oh, that is distorted. But before you do that, you may want to attempt to constrain others by clicking perpendicular right here. You make sure this and this are perpendicular. Okay, that's over constraint. It's already done. Then you make sure this and this are perpendicular. Make sure that this and this are also perpendicular. Okay, that is already done. Start again. This and this are perpendicular. Oh, distorted. That's actually a very rough sketch. Then let's work on this and this to be perpendicular. Oh, that one is not giving me what I desire. Now, you can see that to be constraining it is taking longer time. Why is it taking longer time? That's the essence of aligning your line during drawing. That's what I want to show you. You can draw something near the redrawing. No, this is too rough. That's why it's been distorted as I'm trying to constrain it. You can try to draw something near the redrawing. Then later on, you begin to constrain it using all these tools. And that's why dimension is also placed under constraint, so that you can use dimension and so on and so forth to constrain them. So that's what I want to show there. Now let me highlight all this and delete it by pressing delete on the keyboard. Okay, let's continue.